Okay, now we'll start off with the next topic, that is altitudes of a triangle. Altitudes is basically the height of the triangle. Okay, the height is given by the line segment that starts from A, can you see in the figure, A, and comes down straight to BC, the line BC. See, wherever we will see in the book BC and a line is there over BC, that means it is a line. So a line that starts from A then comes down to BC and is perpendicular to BC means this angle will be 90 degrees. Is perpendicular means this angle will be 90 degrees. Okay, so this line AL is the altitude of the triangle. It is perpendicular to the line. Okay, so we can also see an altitude has one endpoint at vertex of the triangle. As we can see in this figure, one endpoint is at the vertex of the triangle and the other at the line containing the opposite side. Through each vertex an altitude can be drawn. That means through each vertex, and in a triangle there are three vertices, so through each vertex a line can be drawn and altitude can be drawn. That means there are total three altitudes in a triangle. Okay, so let us take this as the example. ABC is a triangle which is given to us. How we'll find out the altitude of this triangle? We'll make a line from A to BC which is perpendicular to BC. Okay, and we'll measure also whether it is perpendicular or not. Okay, it should be perpendicular. Like in median we were taking the midpoint of the other side. Okay, but here we will take the perpendicular distance. Okay, so I'll draw a line which is coming straight and joining to BC. Okay, I'll show you by drawing a line. See, right now I am holding the camera so I can't make it straight. Wait, I'll tell you. First I'll draw the line, then I'll show you. So now you can see there, this is the line which we have drawn from A to BC, and let us take this point as L, and this is perpendicular. How we'll check is this perpendicular or not? We'll place this D over here. We can see it is 90 degrees, right? So this line is the altitude of this triangle ABC. So one altitude is AL. The other can be drawn from C to line this. This will be also 90 degrees. This will be also 90 degrees. And from here to this line AC. Okay, this is also altitude. So ABC has three altitudes, also three medians. Okay, medians were coming to the midpoints, they were bisecting the opposite side, but here we are taking the perpendicular. Okay, angle. So this was about this. So it is basically the height of the triangle. Now we can see exercise 6.1. It is given in triangle PQR, D is the midpoint of QR, PM is, line PM is. So PM, what will be PM? As you can see, it is coming from one of the vertex and it is joining the opposite line at a perpendicular angle, means right angle. So PM will be the altitude. So we'll write here altitude. Okay, now coming to PD. D is the midpoint of QR, line QR. So if D is the midpoint, we have studied about the medians that it is the line which joins the opposite line at the midpoint. So PD will be the median. Okay. Is QM equal to MR? Is QM equal to MR? No. Since we are saying D is the midpoint, so QD is equals to DR, not QM and MR. They are not equal. Okay. Because D is the midpoint. So now coming to the next question, draw rough sketches for the following. In triangle ABC, BA is the median. In triangle PQR, PQ and PR are altitudes of the triangle. In triangle QYZ, YL is an altitude of exterior in the exterior of a triangle. See, this is the point I'll tell you. First of all, I'll draw this. In triangle ABC, B is the median. We are saying, let us make a triangle. You have to use a scale for making a triangle. So I am saying this is a triangle ABC. Okay. Always use a scale for making a triangle or any shape. Okay. So they are saying BE is a median. So we'll join point B to opposite side of the midpoint. So we are saying AC. This is the midpoint of AC. So BE is the midpoint. Okay. So this is what we have drawn for the A. Now in second one, PQ and PR are all the altitudes of triangle. So now we'll make a triangle PQR. We'll make a triangle PQR. As we have made PQR, PQ and PR. PQ and PR are the altitudes of the triangle. Is it possible? Draw rough sketches for the following. PQR, PQ and PR are all the altitudes of triangle. See, altitudes are perpendicular. Okay. If we make them both as perpendicular, a line joining this PQ and PR are the altitudes of the triangle. So if we make this as PQ and then we want to join PR as the altitude, this is not possible. So second question is not possible. This is wrong. Okay, so now moving on to the next one. In triangle XYZ, YL is the altitude in the exterior of the triangle. X, Y, Z. So we'll make a triangle. Okay. So we are saying X, Y, Z. Now they are saying that YL is the altitude in the exterior of triangle. Since this is the interior of triangle and we want altitude in the exterior of triangle and we want Y from altitude from Y. So how we'll draw? We'll extend this line. Okay. When we extend this line, we'll make a perpendicular line on this line. Okay. So, and make this point as L. Mark this point as L. So, YL is the altitude of triangle XYZ in the exterior. This is the exterior part of the triangle. So, YL is the altitude. Okay. So, this was about exercise 6.1. Now last question is left. Verify the drawing by a drawing a diagram if the median and altitude of an isosceles triangle can be same. We have to tell that can they be same. So first of all, for that we'll have to draw an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle has two sides equal, means the measurement of two sides is equal. Okay, let us say this is an isosceles triangle. We are saying that this is an isosceles triangle ABC. Now we have to draw a diagram if the median and altitude of an isosceles triangle can be same. See, if we draw a median from this point, it will split it into two. Okay, and if we draw an altitude also, this will be also perpendicular. Okay, so AL, this is the median and this is the altitude, and this is only the median. Okay, but this will be only in the case when we are making it from point A where the two sides are equal. But when we make it from point C or B, it will not be equal because one line is unequal. It is the perpendicular distance and this splits it into half. Okay, so there will be only one altitude and median which will be equal, otherwise the two will not be equal. So this was about altitude and median. Next we are going to do the exterior angles of a triangle and its property. Okay, so we'll start off. See, exterior angle is the angle which is on the exterior part of the triangle. For example, if we take a triangle over here, this is triangle. Now we are saying exterior angle. So exterior angle will be on the outside. When we extend this line, this is an exterior angle. Okay. When we extend this line, this is an exterior angle. When we extend this line, this is an exterior angle. So the property of exterior angle is exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its interior opposite angles. We will see in the example how. See, an exterior, this is the property, an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of interior opposite angles. Since we are given a triangle ABC, this ABC is given. ACD is the exterior angle. Similar to this, we have made this diagram also. Okay, now we have to show that measure of angle ACD is equals to measurement of angle A plus measurement of angle B. They are saying that if we are seeing this triangle A, B and C, so we are saying this is exterior angle ACD, correct? So they are saying the measurement of this angle is equal to the sum of this angle, this whole, this angle and this angle, opposite angles in the interior. Okay, this is 1 and this is 2. So we can see in the diagram, we have to prove that angle measurement of angle ACD is equals to measurement of angle A and measurement of angle B. So what we are doing, draw C through C, draw CE, line CE parallel to BA. We have to draw a line parallel to BA, that is CE. So we'll draw a line CE. This line is parallel to this line. We have drawn this line. Okay. Now what we have to draw? So what we can see, angle 1 is equals to angle x. Angle 1 is equals to angle x. Why? BA parallel to line CE and AC is the transversal. When we are saying that line CE is parallel to BA, so we are saying AC is the transversal. So angle this will be equal to angle full angle CE. Line CE. Angle 1 is equals to angle. Now we have to name these angles also. We'll name this angle as X and this as Y. We are saying AB is parallel to CE. Okay. So angle 1 will be equal to angle X because AC is the transversal and AB and BCE are parallel. So first is angle 1 is equals to angle X. Then angle 2 is equals to angle Y. Why? Because BA is parallel to CE. As it is given, BA is parallel to CE and BD is the transversal. BA is parallel to CA and BD is the transversal. This is the transversal. So we can say this angle is equals to this angle. Okay. Now that means angle this 2 is equals to angle Y. Okay. Now after that, angle 1 plus angle 2 is equals to angle X plus angle Y. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equals to angle X plus angle Y. That shows this thing, no? Because these two angles are equal and these two angles are equal, so we can say these two angles are equal and these two angles are equal. We can say angle 1 plus angle X is equals to angle 2 plus angle Y. Angle 1 plus 2, angle X plus Y, both can be equal. Now angle X plus angle Y is equals to measurement of angle ACD. Angle X plus angle Y can be measurement of ACD. Okay. Angle 1 plus 2 can be the measurement of angle ACD. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equals to angle ACD because angle 1 plus angle 2 is equals to angle X plus angle Y. The above relation between an exterior angle and its two interior opposite angles is known as exterior angle property. Since we have proved this full angle equal to these two, sum of these two. Okay. So this is the property. We have to remember this. An exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its interior opposite angles. Okay. Now we'll come to the next exercise, that is exercise 6.2. In this, what we have to do, we have to find the value of unknown exterior angle X in the following diagrams. We have studied the property of exterior angle, that is the sum of two interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. So here 50 degree is given and 70 degree. So we have to find X. So X will be 50 degree plus 70 degree, that will be 120 degrees. So X is 120 degrees. Now here also these two, you have to do it yourself. In this also same, this is on exterior angle, the sum of these two angles. In this also 60 60 120. Similarly this also can be done. Next is find the value of the unknown interior angle X in the following figures. Here exterior angle is given, one interior angle is not given. Since sum of two interior angles is exterior angle, so what we can do, from that exterior angle 115 degree, we can subtract the given angle, that is 50 degrees. So this will be equals to 115 degree minus 50 degree. So this will be equals to 65 degrees. So X is equals to 65 degrees. In a similar way, when this is 100 degrees, this is 70. So this will be 30 degrees. 100 minus 70. Similarly, in this one is 90 degrees and one is X. 125 minus 90, that is 35 degrees. So we can find out this also. Okay. Next property of triangles is angle sum property. So in this property, this states that the sum of the measure of all the three angles of a triangle, the sum of the measure of all the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. This is angle sum property. How we can justify this? Let us take this example. Okay, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 are the angles of this, and 4 is an exterior angle. Okay. Now we are given angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3 are angles of triangle ABC. Angle 4 is the exterior angle. BD is extended to D. BC is extended. Justification: angle 1 is plus angle 2 is equals to angle 4. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equals to angle 4 by exterior angle property. Okay. Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equals to angle 4 plus angle 3. We have added angle 3 to both sides. But angle 4 and angle 3 form a linear pair. So it is 180 degrees. Angle 4 plus angle 3. See, angle 4 plus angle 3 form a linear property, that is they are equals to 180 degrees. Therefore, angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equals to 180 degree. Okay. Now this is an example. In this, find measurement of angle P. Measurement of angle P we have to find out by angle sum property. Just now we have read angle sum property. Sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So what we can do by angle sum property, the sum of all angles will be 180 degree. One angle is not given, so this will be subtracted from the 180 degrees. So we will find measurement of angle P over here is 81 degrees. So this exercise 6.3 is based on this property and exterior angle sum property. Find the value of an unknown x in the following diagrams. Unknown x we have to find out. Angle sum property we know, 180 degree minus the sum of these 110. 180 degree minus 110, because sum is 180 degree. So minus 50 plus 60 is 110. So this x will be 70 degrees. Okay. Similarly, here 90 degrees given, 30 degrees given. 90 plus 30 is 120 degrees. And 180 is the sum of all angles of triangle. 180 minus 120 will be 60 degrees. So this angle is 60 degrees. In a similar way, we can do all these. Now, when these are given, x and x means both of these angles are equal. So what we can do? We can do for this. See, if we are given the this is given to us, x is given here, x is given here, and here 50 degrees given. So they are saying the sum of all angles is 180 degrees. So 50 degree plus x degree plus x plus x, all three angles added is equals to 180 degree. So what we can do here, 50 degree plus, whenever we add two variables, that is 2x is equals to 180 degree. 50 will be subtracted from 180. 2x is equals to 180 minus 50. That will be 180 degree minus 50 is 130 degrees. So 2x. Now this 2 will go to the division. 130 degree divided by 2. So x will be equal to 65 degrees. So both the angles will be 65 degrees. In the next question, what we have to do, since x we have to find x and x. So x plus x, angle sum property 180 degree. So this is 3x is equals to 180 degree. So x is equals to 180 degree divided by 3, x is equals to 60 degrees. This is how we have to find x for this. Whenever that means all the angles of that triangle are equal. That means it is an equilateral triangle. Now coming to this. Now we are given this is 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees, this is 2x, and this is x. So x plus 2x plus 90 degree, that is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so x plus 2x will be 3x is equals to 180 degree minus 90 degree, that will be 90 degree, and here 3x. Whenever that is multiplied, this will go to the division. 90 degree will be divided by 3. So x will be equals to 90 divided by 3, 30. So x is 30 degrees. This x will be 30 degrees. Okay. Now this is 2x, means twice of x. So twice of x will be 2 multiplied by x, that is 2 multiplied by 30. That will be 60 degree. So this is 60 degree. So this is how we have to solve this exercise. Find the values of the unknown x and y in the following diagram. Now we have to find x and y in the following diagram. How we will deal with this problem? See, we are given 120 degree over here and 50 degree over here, and x here and y. We have to find x and y. So since we know by exterior angle sum property that the sum of these two angles is equal to this, so 50 degree plus x is equals to 120 degree. Okay, so 50 plus x is 120, so x will be 120 minus 50, that is x is equals to 70. So we have found out x. Now the sum of all angles of triangle, yani x plus y plus 50 is equals to 180 degree. X is found, so we will put in place of x 70 degrees plus y plus 50. So 70 plus 50 is 70 plus 50 will be 120. So y will be left here 180 degrees minus 120, that is y is equals to 60 degrees. So we have found both x and y. X will be 70 and y will be 60. In a similar way you have to find out the next thing also. Okay, after that we'll start the next topic, two special triangles, equilateral and isosceles, in the next class. This was all for today. Thank you, class.